Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Today is August 4th, and this is Flosstube number 34, and we are...
I guess it's 43 to you. Is that right?
Or just turn around backwards and it'll be right.
I don't know.
And we are
the SABLE Stitchers.
I'm Roberta.
And I'm Lenny.
And you can find me on Instagram at Roberta Lyle.
And Lenny at L. Eisenberg.
And this is a video that is mostly about our cross-stitch projects and works in progress and all that kind of good stuff. And if you are new here, SABLE is an acronym for Stash Accumulated Beyond Life Expectancy, and no one's going to think any differently of us today either. So
we got lots to share with you today.
So we're excited. So we usually start out with a little bit of a life update. So what's been going on with you?
Well, not too much life date, kind of the regular. We did have a pretty good storm this last week. I think it was Tuesday. We did lose a big branch from a small tree, so it looks pretty naked right now. I think it's going to be okay. But the funny thing, I think Laura said we got 4 inches of rain or something.
Oh, wow.
It was a high amount. But anyway, I went out as I'm picking inner tubes and stuff all over the yard. There were so many frogs in the pool. I think I counted 6 frogs. And we were watching Shark Week was last week, and so I said, I think they should make a new movie called Frognado. So we just, every time I was walking around the pool, and we just had limbs and leaves, and the skimmer was full. But I'd hear these little hop, 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 and splash in the pool, and so lots of frogs.
You probably saw I picked up a whole bunch of branches in our backyard this morning and put them out in front for Jim to tie them up and leave them at the curb. But yeah, I think our trees are okay, but we always lose a lot of branches when we have stuff like that.
I think we're still losing branches from 2010 from the ice storm that's still stuck up in the trees.
Oh no!
But anyway, it was nice to have the rain, but not that bad. I bet you we had 70-mile-an-hour winds. So.
Oh, scary!
So anyway, dogs did not like it.
Probably not. So,
but you've got a lot to share with us.
The countdown is over. I am officially retired. This is my 3rd full day of retirement, and I have to learn to say no because I've been volunteering 2 of those 3 days. So.
Yes, I said stop it. You're supposed to be relaxing.
So
I have something. It's like retirement is the only time you can start a new career as a full-time grandparent.
Oh, that's very sweet. I appreciate that.
As she's going to go see them.
I'm going to go see my grandbaby, so very excited about that. And it was just, that was one thing. I gave a lot of notice before I retired, and so I didn't really want to draw it out like that, but, you have to allow your job to get backfilled and then to work with that person and allow their job to get backfilled. And so there was a lot of parties and events, and I'm very, very thankful for everyone that wanted to do that for me, but it takes an emotional drain. And the last day, I hugged my boss and cried, and walked out the door and cried, and it was just so
I want to
draining.
go. I don't want to go.
It's just and then and so it's over, and I'm very happy to be retired and looking forward to, like Lenny said, seeing the grandbabies more. And I did want to share with you one of the things I had my staff reception a week ago Monday, and our senior pastor wasn't able to be there, but he did a really nice video for everyone to see, kind of thanking me for my 17 years of service and stuff. And the church commissioned...
Hand me that and I'll hold that up.
Okay. The church commissioned this piece of artwork, and trying to see if you almost need like a light or something to see behind it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That one's pretty good. So this is fused glass, and this is by the artist who did our church's stained glass window. See if the back is any better?
There.
See if that... Yeah. So obviously it's a depiction of Jesus.
And it was in this beautiful, let's see.
And it's a limited edition. They have commissioned a bunch of them because there's probably a bunch of us who will be retiring in the next few years. And just to share, this is what the church was. We built a new sanctuary a few years ago, and that is our stained glass window in the sanctuary, and it's the largest. There's a documentary, if you've ever seen a documentary called Holy Frit, F-R-I-T. It's about the making of the window because they had to come up with a new process to make it because it was so large, and
God,
and it is
gorgeous.
fused glass as opposed to just stained glass. But I remember when the panels used to arrive, I'd see them in the basement, and they would come in these. They came from California, and they would come in these really huge wood crates that were like, I think the panels are like 6 foot wide by about 6 foot
Was it
tall by
made
4
here?
foot. Pardon?
Was it made here in the United
It
States?
was made in California,
Okay.
and then shipped here, and then they installed it.
Wow.
You know, one panel at a time. So just wanted to share that because I thought that was
And it says, with gratitude to Roberta Lyle for 17 years of ministry at Resurrection, August the 1st, 2023. You know, it's got a little
yeah.
clear, but it's what an honor.
Yeah, it was really a nice gift, and I know, you know, since we all like kind of artsy things, I thought you might want to see what that I received. So, other than that, I think I'm looking forward to seeing my older son. I had mentioned a long, long time ago had been working on a kitchen remodel where they took it down to the studs. Had to do rewiring, had to, you know, put in, you know, move pipes and replace pipes and all that. And so I was talking to my daughter-in-law last week because they are almost done. He won't send me a picture. He wants me to be
surprised.
Be surprised. But apparently Clara was sitting at the kitchen table one morning and looking in at the kitchen and was like, you know, kitchen's looking really good.
Oh my God. I thought she was going to say, this is a mess.
So, yeah.
But she was really impressed.
I guess. And then she had a little friend over and, you know, had never really said anything about this before, but says to her little friend, did you see the floor? My daddy put the floor in. Like, did you notice the floor? Which is probably good. Hopefully she's saying that at daycare because apparently she told the daycare people that her daddy broke the kitchen.
Yeah, he did. He's so cute.
So, yeah. So
My kids don't say cute things like that anymore. So.
I don't know. They say some pretty cute things.
Well, they have their own, like, I always try out my jokes on Wyatt. He's the youngest. And he just rolls his eyes and hits his head and he goes, Mimi, you're taking my soul. And but I did tell him one this week, and you might hear it. And he says, oh, that's a good one. So it's
good.
okay. So I did get the approval on that one. All right. So we have lots to share. We have some giveaways. We have some things that we want to do and some whips. And I actually have some finishes.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah.
Do you want to start with finishes?
Yes, I can start with that. I'm sorry.
And while you're I'll go share I have one finish. So this was my Colorado cross stitch summer camp 2023 piece for July, and it's called, Skeptical Gatherings by Scattered Seeds. I was part of her club, or if you're part of her club and you sign up on Etsy, she sends out a kit quarterly. And so this was all just part of the kit, and then I just put a little flower on the back. And I noticed as I had cut it out, was getting ready to finish it, in the pattern there was supposed to be a little stitch circle all the way around. I didn't do that. I added the lace, and then I do have a little bit of ribbon, and I'm going to do a little ribbon bow, and then there's a cute little charm that you attach to that. So I'm going to put a bow on it somewhere on the side. So yeah,
very cute finish.
20 nice little memento of this year. And I just gotta say, these bees were so much fun to make. They just turned out so cute. I just love your bees. So
Okay. Well, I'll start off with my tiny one.
oh, that's cute.
I tried something different. This was from the Prairie Schooler mini cards. I'm trying to do one at least a week. So, and it didn't take long. It took one day to do it. And I actually took a stick out in the yard because we have plenty of them, and used that for the trunk. Okay, so it's just from those little preschooler mini cards.
Very cute.
And this one was that. It was the Molly. It was a Molly Bean Christmas, and I changed it to black. What is that? Humble Stitcher, I think. So, and I filled it with some walnut shells because I wanted just to lay flat. But I added an old pin and some buttons, and then this is kind of a wool flannel, and just did a primitive closing on the back. And this was my Merry Christmas from Liz Matthews. And it was a freebie. I did these all this morning, you guys, so I hope they're even. But I just had this frame and cut it down to fit, and I think it turned out really cute. I don't know if I'll do anything else with it, but
that's very cute.
And then I got my letters to Santa done, and I finished it just the way that they had. And I didn't.
That looks great.
I really didn't realize that it finished as big as it did. I did it on 32, but gosh, it's cute. So it'll look cute on the shelf. Mm-hmm. And then I just did. Looks like a mustache.
And his little nose, his little red nose, or his mouth. Yeah,
I didn't think about that. Anyway, so that
cute.
was my final. And someone one of our
and that's
viewers,
smart to finish now, because we always think, oh, we'll finish as it gets closer to the holiday, and then it gets to be like late November, December, and you just get so busy.
I do have a box of unfinished, and I have way too many in there, so I'm just keeping up with the current things I just did, and I do want to go back because there's a lot of Halloween. And anyway, we had a question when I said that I finished things on books, did a book finish. They didn't know what I meant, and I understand that because I didn't know what it meant either. But I bring in some finishes that I had previous finishes. This was
Pineberry Lane.
Yeah, Pineberry Lane. Not Halloween, St. Patrick's Day, and I found this book,
which is the
perfect book, and it has.
And you put everyone on a search on eBay. Another book like that.
I don't know
it's
if
like a one of a kind.
I don't know. I just got lucky, I guess. But this is the little Shamrock Girl. So that, and all I did was put it on some sticky board, and then put it on top of the book, and glued it. I just put the twine on there for some looks, and a little charm. So that's one, and then the other one I did was this little bluebird, and again, just finding colors of books that I like. I have a whole shelf of old books that I've collected when I go to the antique store. So again,
perfect shade of blue.
Yeah, it really turned out.
Is that JBW?
No, this was it was an Etsy thing.
I'm trying to be good since I have a little more time. I was going to keep track of the designers.
I can go back into but I know you can get it. Bluebirds and Berries, or Birds and Berries, or something like that. And it was on Etsy.
Okay.
I think it's Bluebird, or I think it's Bird and Berries, or Berries and Birds, something like that.
Okay.
And it's just two colors, and it just turned out so pretty.
It is really pretty.
So that's a book cover, and it's just the back of the book. You can always do more. Teresa Kogut does a lot of her punch needle on books, and I really like it. I mean, it's really adds something to it. So that's a book cover finish. Okay. Got a lot of new things. I got a new idea. I kind of brought stuff that I want to do that's not seasonal. It's kind of in my non-seasonal. Then I have a lot. So I might just show a little bit and save some for later. I don't know. Yeah. I did go to the antique store. Not too many finds, but someone takes these little yarn. I'm sure they're knitted, and she may have taken blankets, I don't know, or sweaters. but makes them into these little. I have a really long.
I bet she does those herself, because I wouldn't think you'd find. I mean, they're in really good condition
Well,
if they were used sweaters, don't you think?
That's
I don't
true,
know.
and I do have. I have a very long, skinny dough bowl, and at every season I line up. Line up across, so I've got multiple colors. So I bet she did.
Those
knit
are
these.
really
So
cute.
they're
They
cute.
look like they're very well made.
So anyway, so I got. So then I
Love
got
those.
that, and then I got some other purchases too. But let me put this stuff away.
Okay. Do you want to show? Do you want to show things you've been working on?
Yeah, I got. Yeah. I keep talking. I haven't worked on a lot of new things, and I did no new starts in July. So, man, I'm ready to pick up some
Dive
new things.
in.
But on the other hand, I got some stuff a lot of stitching done. So let me get my whips for you.
I had a couple days I wasn't able to do any stitching, and like a small group one night, and then we had I had a meeting one night, so not going to be able to have those kinds of excuses anymore. So I have been doing a little bit, but yeah. Looking
Okay.
forward to figuring out a routine here.
This is my little bee bag. I don't know who did it for me, but I'm doing better with that now. And it's
The honey of a
the honey of a
tiny town.
tiger.
And did you
Oh,
see?
she's got a new
the
one.
fall one that came out. I saw that.
I watched that on Annabella's this morning.
I don't remember what. Spooky?
Harvest.
Harvest Town. Okay.
I think it was Harvest Town.
Okay.
But it was
I know.
really
I saw. I love the colors, of course.
So this is our unofficial sal that we're doing with our Stitch Club. And I didn't iron this one. But so I'm about 2/3 across. Whoops. Back up. There we go. So I got to the B skip. I think I said the last time that I was just someplace and I didn't have my thread with me, but I did have the blue with me. So I went on to the next house and then I'll go back. But so I'm at. So
You're
there's
making good progress.
So there's the B skip, and then this is the blue house that I'm getting ready to start on, and then these little bits. So
I love these.
I think we had till the end of the year to.
Or was it to December to when we do the ornament exchange?
Oh, that's all right. So first part of December.
So it's going to make me hyperventilate.
Well, now you got all this time if you say no.
If I stay home, maybe.
So that's one.
I was kind of monogamous. I went back to working on this needlework press Sarah Allen piece that I had mentioned. I was doing some with it last time too. That's what it looks like. Sarah Allen 1814, and it's a Quaker sampler, I guess. Let's see, Quaker inspired sampler. So, but it is based on an antique, and there it's very hard to see, I think maybe, but there's the antique. And I
love the fabric that you did.
It's I think 30. What is it? I'll tell you what it is. It is 32 count Witchelt cocoa with the called for weeks dye works. And here's my progress. I got all the way to the bottom, started working on some of the fun motifs on the bottom, and so started the border. Her name is all over one, and as typical when you do over one, it's like you stitch, 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 and you don't get too much done. And then this, I have never done the rice stitch before. That's the rice stitch. And
Oh, good job.
don't know that I did it perfectly, but it was fun. I like doing that one. And then, of course, all of these letters are eyelets, and so I didn't get quite as far as I wanted to get in July, but I'm very happy to see some progress on her. That is one that I was hoping to get done by the end of this year.
Okay.
So, and then here's the color palette, which is not, it's a mess. It's kind of a tangled mess. It's not what you usually think about for, like a primitive sampler. But
I think
it's one of those
really well together.
Well, and if you saw the back, I mean, it's usually, if you see the back of samplers, a lot of times you'll see that where the threads have not faded, they'll be a lot brighter than what the front of the sampler is. So
Well, I didn't get too much done because I was working on some other pieces, but I did put in a few threads. So I'm all the way down to the bottom of the page, getting ready to start page 2, and I kind of went over a little bit in her dress. So I'm really anxious to get back to this because it's a very fun stitch. Everything is a very fun stitch, but this was just making me happy. So, and she's called Happy Witch or Lady Halloween. Sorry, not even close.
But so, you can call her Happy Witch if you want to.
I want, because I want to. Because she makes me happy. Yeah. But and this is Jardin Privé. So this is just to remind you again. Whoops. That's a needle minder. So that's the front, and then that's the back. So I mean, you can choose to do anything that you want to. There's no, but I like what I chose. So, okay.
I did have 2 starts already in August. Ooh, and hey. The one is for Colorado Cross Stitchers 2023 summer camp, and the August challenge is to try something new. You know, it can be new technique, new floss, new linen, new pattern designer. That looks great. And so I have never done a Judy Whitman JBW design.
Oh, I like her designs.
And I bought that last year. Thought I'd get it done last year and never got around to it. So this is Halloween in the Round. And I am doing it on, this is also new to me. When I was at Galleria last year, I bought this linen from Manny Didani. And it is 32 count. It just says hand-dyed linen. So it's kind of oranges. It has some green.
Peachy, orange.
And then I'm using Clockwork, Weeks Dye Works Clockwork on there. And so just got a little bit of star on that. But yeah, that's a lot of fun because, you know, seeing the motifs come to life as you do it. Yeah, I really enjoy doing that one. So that is one that I'm definitely going to be taking on my trip to see the grandbabies. I hope to get a little bit of work done on them. Hope to finish it out in the 2 weeks that I'll be gone, but we shall see.
And I'll go, me. Well, Enzo won't, but
no, I definitely need to get it finished by August if I want to comply with the camp challenge.
Well, I went back to work on my. I always called it hindsight, but when I really put it together, I think it's hindsight. I'm not really positive, but my Christmas. And so those are big letters, you guys. And when I looked at that S, I don't know why I didn't see it before, but that S was really crooked. I was off 4 rows, and so I had to rip out the S altogether.
Oh, I like that linen you're doing it on, too.
So, am I up there? So I got the MAS starting the T, and so I worked on that pretty much this past week.
Very nice.
I thought, I can do a letter a day. No, maybe 2 days. So, but gosh, it's pretty. I have an idea. I have an old shutter, window shutter, and I think I'm going to put it on that. So that's
the one you stole from my last house.
Yes. Oh, those look like my shutters. They are, Roberta. Thank you. I'm glad you didn't hear me when I climbed up a ladder.
That's my joke, because I have gone by our old house, and we used to have shutters, and it no longer has shutters. And Winnie does not live too far away from where we used to live. So
I just found
when she told me she has these used shutters, it's like, I wonder where they came from.
Oh, you'll soon see.
I don't have shutters on this house either, and I want them. So if you do have any extras, I could use them. And so I had a retirement start yesterday, or 2 days ago, and that's At Home by Brenda Gervais, because it seems like a perfect sentiment for starting retirement. And if I learn to say no, I will be at home more.
And I think that's such a pretty.
And this is on 40 count mocha with the called for colors. I just got a tiny bit done, and it is, of course, it's like this because I always start on the bottom. It's so much fun. It is really, I love the colors. Very fun. And our friend Kathy gave me a hint because I was saying I'm using weeks and I have to put wax on the thread, or I've been shredding the thread. And she said, oh, I just remembered I heard this tip from Vanna Pfeiffer, and that on when using weeks, she uses I'm using a 28 needle, she uses a 26 needle to help open the holes, and then that helps so that you don't
helps the thread slide through.
Yes,
then
exactly.
It doesn't shred. That makes sense.
So I am going to give that a try. I'm going to have to see if I have any 26 count or 26 needles. Here's most of the floss.
If you don't, I do.
Missing a couple of colors. And then I just wanted to show you this pretty bag. This is by Bella Rose Needle Arts. Oh, pretty. I thought that was a really pretty bag for that project because it has the soft colors. So those were nice. I didn't do a whole. I was pretty monogamous with Sarah Allen.
Well, that's good because you can get a lot done.
Well, and I did have to do some frogging on the 1/1 letters. I had some that were not looking good, so I had to kind of do that.
I know you guys, I hope you don't get tired of me showing you this, but
Never.
I'm just so excited because I'm now down to page 3. So look. So Autumn Town by Autumn Lane on 28 count Harvest Apple, I think. But look at those colors. Gosh, and those are Victoria Model mixed in with a little bit of DMC, but mostly Victoria Model.
The blue
Victorian
just really pops on that.
So
that looks really good.
I'm getting there, guys. So I mostly worked on this and the Christmas one. So I was kind of monogamous also, knowing that I couldn't start anything. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I was trying to be good. This is the picture. Just to kind of give you an idea, I am right there and coming down this way, and then I'll go up. So, what a beauty! I just want to get it done so I can get it. I want to get this one framed and get it on my wall by November. So I think I can do that. If not, next November. Okay.
Well, you want to show your book?
Oh yeah, I don't have any. I don't have all my stickers in there yet, but I did finish my July. So I did. Like it shows down here, I just stitched the same thing all the way across the week.
I went through and I updated my book. I was getting really, really behind, and then I had, like goals of things I wanted to get done my first few days of retirement. Didn't get everything done, but the one thing I did, I hadn't put any of my pictures of my finishes so far in the book, and I've been keeping track of them every month, but I wanted to put little pictures of the things I finished because, sometimes it feels like I look at all that I have underway and like I'm not making progress, and so to see, look at, you did finish all those things, so that does make me feel better. So I'm very happy to have that part updated, and then I'm going to have, I did Cherry Colorado Cross Stitchers hint, and had this bound, added the plastic sheet. If you haven't watched this before, if you've watched this before, you probably heard this, and then I added sheets in the back, and so with some of the sheets I want to put copies of the pictures of the things I finished, and I have a HP sprocket that I've had for several years that, the color's not great, but it reminds me of what that piece was that I finished. Then I have a list of starts, I have a list of finishes, and then the other pages I'm going to, I take pictures when I'm at retreats, and I'm going to put a picture or two of the retreats just to kind of remind me of the friends you meet and all the fun that you have on retreats. So
fun. My August is just I didn't get.
I don't think I get that much. I gotta update my August.
Just kind of what I started. The little angel up there. came on a package that was sent to me, and I very carefully got her to come off so I could put her on my. So I got 2 starts.
Oh, that's cute. Very cute.
Magical Man, which is one of the Santas I'm going to show you. And then I finished a little mini tree. So that's all. But I'm going to start filling it up. We're going to start Saturday, Feast of Friendship. So that's our Saturday start at our Stitch Club. So I'm excited. Okay. New
Yes.
stuff. Want to do stuff. Want to do stuff?
Okay.
Okay. Here's our want to do stuff. Because I already said it. So here's my Feast of Friendship.
So
by
pretty.
Blackbird. I'm using all the colors. I don't know what fabric I'm going to use it for. So there's my colors. So very fallish. So I can't wait. But I have 3 choices of fabric. So
Did you decide is the house 2 or
It is
3 shades of blue?
I think it's 2. I think we
Okay.
looked up. There was only because I think there's only 2
I have my glasses. Here.
2 blues in here. But they're kind of done catty corner to each other. Like this one and this one are the same,
Okay.
and then this one. So like top left, bottom.
I think there's 3. There's vertical. These are little
Triangles.
like diagonals, and then those are like half circles.
Oh, okay.
So
But I only have 2 blues, so something else must go in there that.
looks like tin bucket, blue corn, and
Uniform blue.
uniform blue.
I'm.
You don't have a mark by blue corn.
I do have it.
Okay.
I just didn't have it at the time.
That's
So
great.
I don't know. Can't wait to
I
get
have it
started
kitted
on it.
up too, but I just can't start something
So-
else right now. So they're doing 2.
But I have to choose what fabric I'm going to do it on. I've got 3 here, so I kind of want to do it on. I kind of want to do it on 18 because it's so big, and I'm better on 18. And going over, I just on that Christmas one, I went over 2, and of course when you go back over it, and it's like, oh, you only went over half, just or over 1 instead of over 2. So I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I want it to look really good.
So if you do 18, would you do
I would-
over 1? Mm-hmm. Okay. And one
One
strand
and-
over 1?
Yeah,
Okay.
1 over 1. So,
That'd be
and that's
good.
what I want to do. And the other things I've done on 18, I really like the way it turns out. And it's fun to stitch that way. So, and it's all about fun, right? Okay. Well, I've summoned. Hi guys, I'm getting organized as my boys come down and they see me and says, Mimi, you're in constant. What do they say? You're in constant
Organization.
constant organization. And I go, I know. I just got to find that right one. So I'm just going to show you a few. I don't know how many we want to go through all this. So you got some?
Oh, so one of the things I'm hoping to do tomorrow, I leave her super early, and so going to get into Colorado early enough to hopefully go to Sherry's new shop. Obviously, I'm a big Sherry Colorado cross stitcher fan because if this was a drinking game, I think you would. I don't know how many drinks you have had from me mentioning her, but so yes, I'm really anxious to see her new shop. And one of the things I want to kit up is I want to get started on this with a friend, Darlie, and
Hi, Darlie.
and so I want to see what kinds of blues Sherry has in her shop and see what might look good. I thought about doing a different color. I love the green. I love green,
no,
but yeah,
you
it's
should do it in
awfully.
blue.
And I've seen. So I picked this up when I was at StitchCon in the annex, and they had the box there, and it's amazing. It was so fascinating to see it done. So
You need the blues.
I want to get that kitted up so I can get started on that.
Well, this was my word of the year, so here it is, August. But I have other things that say my word, but I would like to stitch this up and just kind of keep it up. So that's one thing I want to do.
One other thing that I wanted to kit up when I'm at Sherry's shop is this modern folk art piece, and I had purchased this online. I thought it was blue. I don't know if you can see it here in this light. This is actually green. It's Atomic Ranch, and it's called Sequoia. And I think I want to do it in, I'm trying to think. Let's see. It looks like they just have two colors. This is just two colors, and I like it with the cream
Is it like
and
parchment?
kind of the blue. So yeah, I want to get, I'm thinking probably some kind of silk, but want to take it all there and get it kitted up with everything.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Everything together. So, and this pattern is called the Linnet Song. I don't know that I've seen anyone do this, but I like the, how you do the design in, I forget what the terminology is for that, but it's in reverse with the,
so
that
you do the white and
the
leave
background is the
dark.
actual pattern. So,
pretty.
yeah.
This was a la-di-da.
I like that.
La-di-da Quaker. I like Quakers. I have to be, I can't do a lot of them at a time because my eyes go cross-eyed. But I think I love that alphabet. So this is on my list to do. And I think this is something you can keep up year-round. So,
yeah.
Cool. It's a dark desert sand or black brown, 3371 or 632. So just two colors. And whatever two, if you want to do it more Christmas or more spring or whatever. So anyway.
I only have a couple more. So.
Okay, well let me see. I did put this all in the
Kind of the order that you want to start?
No.
I have that one too.
I do want to do this one, just a Kansas girl. So from Milk Thread. Thread Milk, sorry. Milk Thread. So do my Kansas. And I have a lot of, like stitching makes me happy and all the little mice in the sewing room. And that was from the wishing thorn. Let's see.
Did you buy the kit or you didn't buy the kit?
I did not buy the kit.
So that's
This is one
it's interesting.
I really want to do these.
Those are cute.
I just love these tomatoes and buttons and all the sewing notions. See, this is the kind of stuff that I want to do so I can.
And that reminds me. So last Saturday, I have a longtime friend who was having a birthday, and we tend to get a small group together for that. And so it was a mix of my friends that I know through Leslie, and then some of our stitch group, and everyone brought like something just little, some kind of little, because stitchers are generous people, and my friend likes to stitch too, so they just brought some little stitch related things just to kind of celebrate her birthday. And our one friend found an old jar in the antique shop, and it was filled with just thread that had, it looked like it had been on a bobbin. It was shades of like browns and taupes and
very
cream.
light cream neutrals.
And it's very old thread, but it looked like just, I don't know, it had to be like some kind of manufacturing process, and they were all like off the bobbin, just loose in this big jar.
It was just beautiful in there.
So I know it was the coolest thing. I've never seen anything like that before. So you just never know what you're gonna
fun decor
come across in an antique shop, because that's nothing you would ever go out looking for.
No,
and had a really nice look to it. So that's what the jar you had there with the buttons in it reminded me of that.
Oh.
So,
well, remember that Ike and I went to Amsterdam on our honeymoon, and the old hitchhiker hippie way slept in a tent, but I found this from Ink Circles, this reflection of Amsterdam.
how cool.
They've got the center square, which we stayed overnight in the center square in our tent, but Pink Floyd was performing.
You can stay in, because there was a
concert.
Okay.
So Pink Floyd was there. So we got to stay there. Oh, God, we had fun. And then all the little row houses around the canal. There's the little bicycles going down that way. But I know this would take forever, but it's just one color. I've got all the color. So it'll
So
be...
that's a call for how many skeins of DMC it calls
I
for?
think I bought 12.
Well, that's
But
amazing.
I decided to do it in DMC because if I needed more, it would be easy to get to.
And it would probably match.
So, yeah, I don't. Let's just look around the spot and landmarks and symbols of the city. The iconic narrow canal houses ring the border with canals and bicycles all around. A windmill in the middle, trees, tulips fill the little odd spots, and the museum holding down the center. So... they actually did it in silk, which I'm sure would be beautiful. They did it in Gloriana.
About 110
Midnight.
by 110.
Yeah. So, on 32. But, yeah, I bet the silk would be phenomenal.
Keep it that way.
Okay. So I'm just kind of picking things out.
Are you going to put like the year somewhere in here, like the year that you were there, or?
I want to, put our initials somewhere along the bottom. And we got married in 71, so that was a memory for sure. And then along with it, the windmill sampler. I love all Dutch projects or anything with a windmill. So I got that one. I want to do that one. Don't have it kitted. So this pattern I had done, and then my mom made it for me. And between our moves, I have no idea what happened to it. I mean, it's gone. But she did this for me and signed it. But so I went ahead and bought another one. And I thought, I hope one day I can do it again.
So are these still in print or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I ordered. Sorry. I did get it off of eBay.
Okay.
So yeah, 3 colors. But anyway, I'm so sad that I don't know. Got in a box that didn't get here. I'm just going to kind of go through real fast because I have a whole bunch of stuff in. Okay, let's see with that. Okay. So
then you talked about how our stitch group is doing this. I too wanted to do the Honey of a Tiny Town. Thought that would be a nice piece to have up in, August and September as you're transitioning into fall. And so I'm going to take that with me and kit that up too. And then...
Oh, I don't know, you guys. What do you want to see? I just have... Oh, here's another...
Oh, yeah.
Dutch sampler from Liz Matthews. So it's so pretty, soft blues and yellows.
And so, do you have that one kitted up then?
No.
Okay. That's a perfect bag for it though. It's a really pretty bag.
That's what I thought. I was trying to find a blue bag and
Oh yeah.
needlework press. Be a friend.
That's probably not out yet because we got that at the retreat in April.
So
that's really pretty.
Oh, you guys, we'd be here for a day. Let's go by the... Oh, I did bring out just all my Blackbird.
Which one do you want to do out of the sisters book?
Oh, the sisters book, I think, well, I'd love to do At First Cock Crow. I mean, I think that is so cool.
I think Emily C. did that. I like that one too. I don't know if I have that kitted up or not, but that's the one I really like too.
It's just there. is just...
And that is one of those things where it's amazing. They have the samplers that inspired them in the book, and how they take those and just pull a few motifs and went in two different directions with, the samplers they designed.
I also like this one.
They're beautiful.
Planning Merry Christmas. If I just stitch... Oh, see, I love that one.
That's pretty too.
Which no more. I mean, I could just stitch Blackbird and be perfectly happy. Did I do this one? I may have done this one.
I did that one in red and made it into a pillow.
Because I think I did it in green. My friend's house.
This one, I don't know if this is available. This is one that was just like a freebie that Alma gave us at one of the retreats.
I think this was another. This was given to us. Summer's Last Rose.
I think that was out more recently.
Yeah,
I think so.
So, anyway, love.
Lots of fun
things. I have more on here. Which one's this one? And friendships and friendships. Oh, I love this bird.
I was thinking about doing that for Enzo. She did that for her nephew or her nephew's child, and it's called Dear August. And at first, I thought that meant, is that like a August, something that you stitch for August? But it's the baby's name, so that would be fun. That'd be so great for an exchange, that little piece.
Yes. I mean, you really can't go wrong with anything that's in here.
It's another one of those really great books.
And then lots of fabric choices in here. This is another one. Pumpkin Farm.
That's part of the Anniversaries of the Heart, isn't it?
I
think.
It's the 10th pattern in the cross stitch Anniversaries of the Heart.
I'd love to do that series.
I know. That's another biggie. But I loved,
because that one would be mine. That would be
my
square.
Your birthday, yeah. Some
so cute.
Flowers or Friends, the Flowers in the Garden of Life. I love that one too. So, and is that it? I think that's it in that book. But yeah, I mean, you just pick any blackbird, and it's perfect. I have a story for you. A little story. This is Roberta's day. This is all about. The best thing about Roberta is when she comes home and she tells Jim, "Hi, honey, I'm home forever."
That'll be the day. He works at home on Fridays, and he was in a meeting or whatever when I went to deliver school supplies today, and he calls me. He's like, "Did you leave?" Like, well, you were in a meeting, so I mean, I don't tell you when you're at work. I don't call and say, "Hey, I'm leaving the house now."
Ike has a thing about we never leave the house without saying "I love you" before we leave. So he's really sweet about that.
Now you're making me feel guilty. But it's like he's working. What am I supposed to do? So
I just I'm running on there and bye. And he goes, "I love you." And I go, "I love you too, honey." But it's so sweet. Okay, well, I could go on, but there's just so much, and we can share it throughout our next few videos. So
yeah, I have a big bag, one of the Quilter Station bags stuffed with stuff I wanted to kit up, and I do have a couple more. I'm going. The very last stop on my tour of the grandkids and family and everything is going to be the attic retreat, summer school. And so I have two pieces that I want to get kitted up there. And I have, we got a gift certificate for Christmas last year from the church that was like, we don't get a bonus, but we get a Christmas thing. And I've been saving that for when I go to the attic so I could cut up a couple of special pieces. And one of them is Hello from Liz Matthews, and it's the Vanity Sampler, and we received this pattern from the Quilters Station Cross Stitch Extravaganza retreat. And I think I'm going to do this on, I must have picked, this might be something I picked up when I was at the attic. It's Seraphim Antique Lace. And those colors, I love, like I said, I love green and the creams and the butterfly motifs, that big carnation. This is just kind of my jam. So that is one that I wanted to kit up when I'm at the attic. And then the other one was, I love this design from the minute I saw it when it came out at market this year. And Jean Lee had showed, she did a color conversion for it that I think is a little more reminiscent of the antique piece. And so I want to get her color conversion for that. And it's on, I'm thinking I'm going to do it on American Chestnut.
Oh gosh, that'd be perfect
which,
for her.
You know,
that matches almost.
I was, for a while, you know, Laura, from Brenda and Laura had mentioned that this American Chestnut was like the perfect color for samplers, perfect linen for samplers. So this was like a year or so ago. So I went on a hunt for American Chestnut. It was very, very hard to find any. And so got a piece, and it is really, really pretty. So
oh, good. That
is the other thing I'm going to get kitted up when I'm got kitted up. And this is by 1897 Schoolhouse Samplers. Okay. So I think, I don't really have a whole lot of haul, but I have a little bit of haul. And then
we have our giveaways. And I do have something to show you that maybe it's a little bit different. I saw this on Flosstube, so I'm not original. However, I don't remember who I saw it from. She had these ribbon floss tags, and they're nice and wide, so it fits the wide ribbon. But you just, like your floss, but you just take your ribbon and wrap it around, and you can put it in a little hole or stick a pin in it. But then when you put your, I have a whole box of ribbon. I mean, hundreds of rolls of ribbon. And I mean, it's taken up a huge tub. So,
oh, you have a lot.
I have a lot. So anyway, and then you can just set them, you know, I'll have to get a box of some sort, but you wind your ribbon and then you can just set them in the box. So
yeah, if you did clear plastic, you could easily see, you know, kind of what you're looking for.
But
keeps them nice and neat.
A nice, you know, you just
doesn't
roll
form
them around.
A crease.
That one had some tape on the end, so I just used it. And I just got these at Amazon, and they are ribbon storage organizer. But I mean, if you want to take a screenshot, that was the number. But I think this will be a great way to store ribbon.
Okay. And I don't have that much ribbon, but I do, you know, kind of one of the things I usually pick up if I'm at a shop in person and they have something is I have a lot of different trims, you know, like the pom-poms and the rickrack.
And they showed those all wrapped up with that too.
And yeah, I mean, they come kind of compact. And what I use is, if you're familiar with old tin document boxes, I'm not sure how old they are. If they're probably from at least like the early part of the 1900s, I would guess. And we're very utilitarian. Most of them have locks on them. You know, I don't have any where you have like the key and they still lock or whatever, but you can pick them up at antique shops, or that's where I've gotten them. I would say is antique shops, not really thrift stores or whatever. And they come in graduated sizes. And so I have a really large one that I have all my ribbon in. Maybe I should just go show it. Okay.
Yeah.
6 feet. Oop. So we were talking about document boxes, and instead of just trying to describe them to you, I just went downstairs and brought them up. So I have a walk-in closet in my basement where I keep most of my craft supplies. My husband thinks I keep them all over the house, but actually most of them are corralled in my walk-in closet. And then I have a shelf, and on my shelf I have a lot of my finishing things. And so this is a big document box. They're tin. Like I said, I think they're from the early 1900s, and I like them because they were made to last. They're utilitarian, and they're, you know, a little piece of history, and I like that they have a ongoing life, ongoing life and
I've
stuff,
never
still
seen one.
functional. Maggie Bonanami is the one who kind of turned me on to these. So I'm probably gonna have to buy some of those and reorganize this going forward. But
That's kind of how I like it.
this is where I have my trim. Like this is from, I showed this last time, Fiber on a Whim. Lenny just was rolling up some of my bias tape. I have some, I know I got that at Country Sampler when I was there last year. But I try to keep it kind of by color. And it's probably a no-no, just keep it in the plastic bags. But that's how I keep it stored. And for me, it works where it's pretty easy for me to come down here and see, like when I did the trim for this, I pulled out a couple of different, laces and held them up and kind of decided what I wanted to go to. So this is a pretty big one. This is wider than a foot, I would say. And then I have a medium one where I keep my glue gun. And then I have a little one, and this one's in a little better shape. It has a nice gold stripe on the top, and I also love the toll painted boxes. I don't have as many of those, and I keep my threads in there. So very utilitarian and
Looking for those.
very handy, and they're pretty inexpensive. So
Good.
that is an option. That's a storage option as well. Is just these old document boxes, and they don't go with everyone's aesthetic, but I like them.
I like them too. I saw this on Pinterest, and it's just one of those metal wreaths, and they had taken little 5-inch charms, and I'll show you. And then they just tie them, all to the front of this.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And it was such a happy place. It was a happy wreath.
Well, there's our thumbnail.
There. Lenny. So anyway, they didn't have any 5-inch charms at the place where I was, so I actually bought a layer cake. Oh, I do that all the time. But anyway, and you cut them in 5 inches, and I sewed this like 5 minutes before I left. So so when you take the 5 inches and you just fold it in half and you sew, I haven't closed it up yet, but then you take whatever ribbon you want or twine or whatever and tie a knot and then tie it. So they say about 32 to 35 of these, but I mean, you could make it Halloween, whatever fabric you have, but it was really cute in the picture. So if it can portray on this like it looked on the picture, then I'll be happy. But sometimes I just want to sew something without stitching. So I had that to share.
Oh, that's very cute.
Okay, now we're in the haul, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I picked up a couple Leisure Arts book on eBay. I'm kind of into these old Santas, and they just have some really. And there's a really. Oh, Pam! There's angels blowing horns. So, but they just got some really old pictures of Santas and kind of old cross stitch. But they're such fun books to look at. And then I got this one too. Let's see. Oh, these are the ones that had the mats.
Oh wow!
But this one actually has mats in it, to where you can take your cross stitch and then place it on the mat and put it in a frame. So this was back in
90 something.
Yeah, 90 something, I'm sure.
Look that up.
Wasn't all says 2002.
Oh, really?
Yeah, surprising.
Well.
Okay, and this is the book. I had brought the pattern and I forgot to bring the book. It's a Leisure Arts Christmas Portraits, and I believe Michelle, Mommy Loves GB. I'm not sure if this is the book that her Santa portraits, but I'll show you the one that I chose.
Now, what do you mean by her Santa portraits?
Well, if you've watched her video, she this year she did 4 big Santa portraits.
Oh, okay.
You know, of these Victorian Santas.
Okay,
and
like the kind of Father Christmas kind of thing or
watch
something.
Mama Loves You, GB. But this is the one I chose, and it was the one that I started. And this is called Noble Companions. So
Christmas. That's called Christmas Portraits.
Oh.
Okay. No, the book is called Christmas Portraits.
And I didn't bring what I was working on, but I have like a little gold around. I mean, a little green around the reindeers. But isn't that just stunning? So that's probably going to take me quite a while, and talk about color changes. So, and a lot of backstitch, but you know, one of those bucket list items that I want to do. But God, the pictures in here.
They also have him as like a standalone,
Oh,
as a
yeah.
stand-up
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of thing. It looks
Look at
like
that.
that's just him. That isn't the reindeer too, is it?
And that has it. It has it in the book too, to where if you just want to
Okay.
do his arm without the reindeer.
Oh, okay.
So I could show.
That's cool.
And you know what? I bought it, and then I was on eBay, and I bought another one. So this one's going to be a giveaway today. All right.
Well, and but I can see why, because on the back here it says this is book 3, so there's probably at least 3 of them, and they probably all have a very similar look, so you could be easy to think.
So I was so excited when it came in the mail. I go, oh, it came, you know, because I just love going through magazines and books, and I opened it up and I went, I already have this one. Boo-hoo. What was me?
Be a good gift.
I'm going to go out in the garden. I'm going to eat worms. Okay. All right. I think we're at our other haul.
Okay.
Okay. Or more haul. Okay. So that's some that I have.
One of my teams gave me an Etsy gift certificate, and instead of buying a pattern, I thought I'm going to kind of splurge on something I will always keep, and it's like an heirloom. And so I got a pair of Kohana scissors, and these were on Becky Socks for Mom has an Etsy shop where I just did a search for them, and I particularly wanted to get a pair with these sienna colored handles. I thought those were so pretty for fall, and she had it for a really good price. I don't know if she still has them. She said when she mailed them to me, she said demand has been really strong, but I was able to use my gift certificate from one of my teams, so that would be a nice way to
what a treat
remember
to
them.
yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Well, because I think now, because we have all these retreats that we have talked about when we were on our Zoom call with our friends last night, that we want to go to these retreats in 2024, so I'm through buying now.
I'm the same way.
All
It's
these
like,
patterns are coming out, and I'm just...
I know.
Like, I want them.
I saw one today too, and it's like,
And I put it in my cart, but I didn't buy it. So I'm being very good. I
do that too sometimes. The pretend shopping.
Yes,
and
if it's in my cart right now, I think I have 48 items in my cart.
A lot of people must do that because sometimes when you're on Etsy and it says, well, 4 people want this and have it in their cart already. So a lot of us must do that, and that's good. I think it's good to just pause and think about it.
It's just kind of visual shopping, kind of makes me, because I don't
window
need
shopping.
Yeah,
Fun.
I don't need anything, but
I know, but it is fun to get happy mail.
it is, and that's why I said I need something happy, because I don't have anything happy in my life. But anyway, it's like I want mail. Anyway, I had ordered what I thought was just. What do you call this? Ruler ribbon or something like that. And this came in, which is absolutely gorgeous.
I've never seen anything like that.
I haven't either. And she had, I can see this in my train case.
Oh. Yes.
Doesn't that look pretty?
I love that. That is very cool.
So that was a long piece, and then
I wonder if that's available in the United States or.
Oh, I brought. This is. No, that's not it. Yeah, this is where it came from. Mary Mathieu in Twisp, Washington. So I know I got it on Etsy, but
okay. Well, these two, it's like two old rulers, and they were used as advertising for companies in Wisconsin. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. So I thought it was really cool. And then this little piece came in there. It's a postcard. So it's very much a junk journal kind of projects or material. And this is like a dress form.
Interesting.
And then it just had this really cool card.
Fascinating. Those are awesome.
So it was really a treat because it wasn't what I was expecting, but I was happier that I got what I thought.
Like you said, that'd be pretty on your train case, or some as part of like a project bag, or
I don't know. It was just
or on a spool.
Just a fascinating. So that was something that and again, it wasn't very expensive, and it's just I was thinking about trim for a finished piece.
Okay, and I'm part of the Atomic Ranch club with New England Stitch New England, the Stitch New England shop. And this was our piece for July, and it's called Prairie Land. You can see it's a very dark modelly fabric. I love it. I think it's perfect for fall or for, an antique looking sampler. It would have been pretty for that Sarah Allen, I think. And so one of the questions we got last video was proper way to store fabric. And I'm certainly not an expert. I'm really not good at it. I probably don't do what you're supposed to do, but I know I've read that you should take it out of the plastic and let it breathe. And my hope is that it's not going to be in the plastic for years and years. But that's what I read. And if it doesn't come with, this has a label that's stapled on. If it doesn't come with something like that, if you take it out of the plastic and the label's on the bag, then what I would do is take like a micron marker, something like that, and write in the selvage here, I would write Prairie Land 40 count. So,
but yeah,
so that you would remember.
Take it out of the or plastic.
I think so. Yeah, I keep mine in a drawer. I have a dresser that had an empty drawer, and that's where I keep all mine that's not as already kitted up.
And let's see, this came from White Tank Mountain Designs.
That's pretty.
It's just a pretty little floss ring that I just love the Christmas tree and the little Christmas
light bulb. Oh, that is so cute.
Because I know Christmas stitching
and I
will be
know,
coming.
Well, and you got plans for.
I do. I got lots of Christmas plans. So anyway,
you will find a place for that quickly.
And that again, White Tank Mountain Designs.
Okay. And I was lucky enough to be able to join Tiger Lily's Project Keeper.
You didn't.
Why did you?
No, but I want to. But I want to.
I was on. You gotta be on her email because she has like a wait list, and then she'll say, "I'm opening up. I have slots available or whatever." And so
I think they're so cool.
Jumped on, and I forget how long ago it was now, but I just got the Project Keeper for this quarter, and here it is, very nicely made. It's just, you just feel so special getting it, just knowing someone made this by hand.
Yeah.
And as a stitcher, you appreciate all the little work that goes into it.
Especially the corners.
Yes, and the beautiful corners, folding them just so, all the plastic. Roberta. And
I think they're so cool.
And then she sends you some other kind of things that are curated, that are from small shops, so that she can support small shops. And so she talks about, and I don't want, you should watch her video. I'm sure I'm so behind in my video watching, but I'm sure she probably talks about it. But she talks about what her inspiration was for this project, or this, I guess, the club box. And she has special floss that was dyed just for this, and it's all named after. It's inspired by talented and creative family members of hers. So they're all inspired. These colors are all inspired by her family members and, you know, the different kind of creative outlets they had. And then these beautiful, beautiful note cards, which I love note cards. I like to, you know, do handwritten notes, and so just these one-of-a-kind
Happy
note
mail,
cards.
because it makes you happy.
And then really pretty
Oh.
floss ring. I think there was a cookie in there, and I ate that. Tea, lip balm, and then this cute pen.
Oh, got a pink pen. Oh, it's got little
spot. I don't know if you can see the little put my tea
confetti
down.
inside.
No. So, very nice treat. And in here, this is one of the things I'm going to be taking on my travels in the hope of getting it done, and that is the Gather Pumpkins, which is part of this fall gather round, what do you call it, club that I joined earlier this year. I just love this. This is by hand. This was offered by Hands On Design. You joined, you paid one you know, upfront fee, and then every quarter they send you the things to make everything, to make that quarter's kit or that seasonal kit. And so those are the colors. Aren't they so pretty?
She's going to have all this time to do the stitching.
Well, I'm going to be visiting the grandkids, so we will see. But that is the plan. And then, you know, the trim to finish it.
That's
so
got a gray,
I hope to get
blue,
that done.
green. That's a
Isn't that pretty?
It is
It's a very nice fall color. So I am so excited to get started on that.
okay.
So yeah, I'd love to do Feast, and they even include the needle. So
You're set.
I would love to do Feast of Friendship. I just can't take, you know, you just get to the, and I will do it one of these days. But I just,
Well, it's kind of, what's the other one I want? And when we do our fall, it's Cinnamon Stars and Betsy's Autumn. And those are two charts that I've had kitted up for probably 2 years. But everything keeps coming. It's like, no, I want to do this. No, I want to do this. Well, I had some fun with bags. Like, I need another bag. But
they're gorgeous.
But I
almost did that too. so I'm glad we're talking today.
This is, I can always tell. This is a ragtag quilt. She always puts her little tags
Well, and
on
you know, I ordered some from her because I saw yours.
Well, it's just like I have so many projects that don't have bags. However, I have a lot of projects that need work done, but I like to keep them.
I love that.
Isn't that a beautiful pattern?
Mm-hmm.
And so, and just a nice white on the inside. So I got that one. But I
just think that's so, I love how she just, that's her, I guess, her little trademark.
Yeah.
That is so clever.
And this is So Much to Love. And like
I love her
trademark
rick-rack.
does her rick-rack. Well, I saw the scissors, and I guess, I don't know. I thought I bought the same bag, but I didn't. I had bought this bag. But this is So Much to Love. It says, happy stitching on the back. And
that would be pretty for one of your Dutch pieces
yes,
too. It's
the
kind
blue.
of Dutch
and then
blue.
it's got
oh my goodness, that's so pretty.
checkerboard on the inside. So I got that one.
Very nice.
And then this came from Quilt Walker with a blackbird fabric, and it's quilted on the back side.
Do you want me to hold the card up there? I'll do.
So, and I never purchased from her before, so
No, I'm not familiar.
and that's why I
with
said
that one.
I don't mind buying because I like helping people. And
Oh, and they sent tea? Is that?
that's a tea. Yeah, I just didn't take it out.
Oh, well, that was nice. It's nice when you get a little extra like that.
This came from
That's a
Pin and
That's a
Tunny.
good size bag. Oh,
Look at that retro Christmas. And that was one thing when I was organizing. I did find out what bags I needed for, projects that and with the season coming up, I kind of
well, it'd
wanted.
be good for your Victorian Santas too.
Yes. So I thought
That's really
that was
pretty.
really cute fabric.
Those are very pretty.
And then,
Making me want to go.
and this came from Gammas.
Oh, nice little thread bed.
But look at
Oh my goodness, that's
look at this fabric
adorable.
of all these little Christmas houses.
That's adorable.
So, I mean,
Cute.
just cute. And my last one came from Jennifer at Cricklewood Crossing. So I need to take this out because you got to read it. The Queen. B. So, but I love her size of bags. I have a few of hers, and I love that I could put all my bee projects and into one bag. So and then she sent a little
Oh, that was nice.
floss and some stickers,
Oh, those are cute.
little pumpkins.
Well, that's just in time for you to start
I know.
doing your fall pages.
So I'm done. I can't buy anything else. Honey, I'm not buying anything else. I promise.
Well, and you're going to be going to Quilter Station soon. You'll get a few more things from that, a few projects from
That
that.
will be given to me.
Yes.
I won't have to buy anything.
No, I know.
And then
I know, but it's so hard when you see the designers trunk
I know.
show and there's all the models and
I know.
so
All right. Well,
we'll get things figured out.
now I'm down to. Oh, I guess I got. Oh, where did the other one go? There
We
it
have
is.
winners. We have winners.
We do have winners. I was going to show.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing those for giveaways. Okay.
No. No. I don't want to. These are from Annie from the Proper Stitcher.
Oh,
So
I haven't checked my mail yet.
we got our. Oh, they're probably out there.
Oh,
but we got our
pretty.
patterns. So this one is When Flowers Bloom.
I love that one.
And this is one of her. This is one of her reimagined. Annie, I'm so happy for you. I really am. And
it was really interesting. I mean, I think she just put so much thought into this with when she talked about how she picked the colors and, wanted everything to go just right. And I think the quality of the pattern itself.
yeah,
I just think.
And I do know.
Good job, Annie.
I saw that you had some Halloween designs coming out pretty soon. So I wanted to share these though. This is Caroline Carter, 1823. And these are small samplers. So if you're afraid to do a big sampler, some of these small ones are just so easy and so fun to do. So that was that one. And this one is Clarissa's Garden Sampler. And this is a reimagined sampler. And this is I guess I forgot. These are the originals.
And I saw Kim, the Contented Needleworker, starting on this one.
So, and then one more. I hope I'm saying this name right.
So pretty.
Zeresh Andrus, 1789. So Annie, these are just lovely. I think that's the original. So I'm so excited to get started on them. Okay. That's it. So now we have giveaways.
Okay. And we had 3 giveaways at our last video.
And we didn't forget.
But we did.
Well, we did forget, but we remembered because we're old. Anyway, so we had one. It was the Twin Peaks tutors. What was it? Corgiville Christmas.
Oh, yes,
and,
yeah.
I'm sorry, we forgot to call the name.
Pull a winner for
Yes.
that one.
So, but we're going to say it today.
So I had one giveaway. I was giving away Quilting Bee and some of the floss that I had purchased to start this, because this was one that I started, just kind of lost my mojo for, and I just wanted to go ahead and pass it around. I still love that pattern. I still love it, but I just have so many others, and I just have to be realistic. And so this goes to Sharon Edmondson.
Yay!
And her comment was that sometimes she feels guilty for stitching when she should be doing something else, and then she remembers that she earned her retirement. So I like that comment.
That was
Thanks,
a good
Sharon.
comment. Mm-hmm. And well, let's do the week that we forgot. So this was the keyword was twin, and it was for Corgyville Christmas and Farm Fresh Produce from Twin Peaks. And the word was twin. And the winner of this one is Jacqueline Liebfried.
Liebfried.
Leibfried. So congratulations, Jacqueline. Okay. All right. So that was the one that we need to take care of. And then
You had 2 from last time, right?
right.
Okay.
So this is for the letters
That you saw Lenny finish.
that I finished. A lot of fun stitch.
That's really pretty.
And the word for this was letters. And the winner for this is Joanna Lynn Creations. So Joanna Lynn Creations. You win the letters. Okay. And we had one more. It was a Prairie School Santa that was donated to us. Has the floss included. And
by a generous viewer sent
Yes.
us several kits to.
we're set up for a while. Plus
Thank you
things
so
that we
much. We know people are going to be thrilled to get these.
And the word on this was ice skates. And the winner is P. Vacha. Vacha. P. Vacha. You're the winner of ice skates. So we'll get those out. And I apologize to the people that I did not get to the post office. It was just too hot. But I'll get all these out, and you'll have them very soon. And I'll thank you again, everybody. We had so many wonderful comments that you take the time to write to us, to tell us, that you enjoy watching us and you like our content, and it makes us feel really good.
Well, and it just helps us know what to do that people enjoy. I mean, we want to make this fun for you, and we do like connecting with people through this. I mean, we started this partly to form community. We realize that there's a lot of you who stitch and don't have like a stitching community around you, and so, like I said last time, if you through Facebook, or if you go to a retreat and meet up with someone, then you hit it off with pretty much every Stitchers, but, go ahead and figure out a way to stay in touch,
And yes, and I've got quite a few friends that we are now having a conversation and getting to know. So thank you so much, you guys. And we do try to get back to every one of you. And if we haven't, we will. But
yes, we're working on that. But I want to mention one of the parties that I had. I was going around talking to the different volunteers, and there's a volunteer I've worked with for years, and she said, they were just telling me that you do cross stitch, because they gave me the Etsy card. This is a group that gave me the Etsy card. And she's like, I had no idea. She said, I've been doing it since the 80s.
Oh, gosh.
And someone I've known for years, and it's just like not something that comes up in general conversation. And I said, we have a stitching group. Didn't know anything that there was any stitching groups around here.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. So
right down the next hallway.
I know I saw that Kim, the Contented Needleworker, just got a group together of, people who live like around San Diego. So, say something if you are posting photos on Instagram or Facebook. Just say, I'm in, this area, and if you're interested in getting together,
and call your
DM me or something.
Yeah, and if you do have a LNS, a local needle shop, call them, because they might have a stitch group already going on. That's how I got to know this wonderful lady. So,
or if you have, I know some people meet in the library, and I know
Panera.
Yeah, and then someone told us they meet in a mortuary. So
it's pretty quiet there.
So yeah, just be creative, and meeting in other people's homes. I like to entertain, so I I like to try new recipes out on people. So
I said, you can try them on me any day. God,
or
they were
do
delicious.
a potluck, or just have people bring their own lunch or something. I mean, you don't have to go to a big fuss, but it is just so much fun to get together. And I didn't necessarily do a lot of stitching, but it was just so fun to catch up with people that some people I haven't seen for quite a while. And two people knew each other years ago and hadn't seen each other for years, which I kind of found out through a conversation. And so they reconnected, and they're going to start doing stuff together again. So it's just, I just can't say enough about we love connecting with you through our YouTube video and getting to know you, but we also want to encourage you to get to know other stitchers who might be near you, or even if they're not near you, find a way to connect, through.
They all have the same thing that you like to do. So don't ever have to feel shy about it.
No, definitely not. So
I need to
Okay, we're rolling.
we had a little technical difficulty.
Twice. I know. We don't usually have that, so I don't know what the deal is, but thought we were recording and we're not. So hope we can be as
good as we were the first time.
Yes. As eloquent as we were.
Maybe that's
we were really eloquent. We were so good. But thank you. We wanted to thank people because we hit the 7,000 viewer.
Thank you.
Our 7,000 subscriber mark.
Yeah.
And we just are so appreciative for everyone who subscribes and who comments. And so thank you. We just love doing this and sharing our passion with you guys and getting to know you. So thank you.
Thank you.
If you do like our content, if you would like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and that will help us to keep in touch with each other. So thank you. And so we have several giveaways to commemorate that milestone.
7,000.
First one is this adorable pattern, Itch to Stitch, and again, this is one of the patterns that was donated by a generous viewer to share with you. And the keyword for this is itch.
Okay. Mine is, I had a duplicate Primrose Cottage August 9 patch. And let's say B skep on this one. And skep is S-K-E-P.
B skep.
Okay.
Very good.
All right.
This is a pattern that I did last year. This originally was a exclusive through Homespun Needlework Facebook group, Emily's Bliss. And it came as a kit. I am just passing along the pattern. The keyword for this is bliss.
Okay. This was also one I found when I was going through my stash, and this is from Needle Bling. Stitching makes me happy. Because we all like to be happy. Okay, guess what the word is? Happy.
Happy, yay. Put that down, happy. And then my last one is a kit. This is something that we had received from a retreat, and I just don't think I'm going to get around to it, as cute as it is. So it's a kit to make this bag. Includes the little linen and the design for that. Has the, try and see. I'm going to show the pattern. Has the floss. Has a little bit of muslin for the insert, and then all of this is for making the bag itself, including the zipper. And so the keyword for that, because this is called a Friendship Cottage Project Bag, keyword for that is friendship.
Okay. My last one I want to share, because it's just so beautiful, is the Leisure Arts Christmas portraits. I don't know if you like to stitch older charts, but if not, it's just a beautiful book to look at. So if you'd like to stitch this, just say Christmas. Okay. That's it.
Very good. All right. So it will be a little more than 2 weeks before we're back again, because in 2 weeks it'll be the attic retreat, and so I will be getting home very late on Sunday. So we'll probably do our next filming on Monday, and I can't think that far ahead to tell you what date that is. So So we will be back, but it'll just be a little bit longer than usual. And so for my giveaway, I will probably have to mail that out when I get back.
Because she's leaving early tomorrow.
Very, very early.
So, and I won't, because it will go to your email. So I won't know the winners.
I can forward it. I'll have
forward it. Okay.
I can
All right.
forward it to you so that. So, do you have a story?
I do have them ready for your bedtime story. Like I said, this is all about Roberta. So this story is about Roberta. And
thank goodness I've got my rest, so I'm not as emotional as a wreck as I was. So.
you won't be emotional on this one.
Okay.
This story has a little bit of intrigue and thriller, and maybe not so much a good part, but it ends good. So, anyway, whoops, okay. This all began last Tuesday on Roberta's last day, and she was so excited. She was treated so nicely, as going away and given treats and cake and lunches and stuff like that. But her mind was starting to race a little bit about all the things that she was going to do in retirement. So she's walking out to the car, and I want you to know I got these facts straight from the police officer. I'm really very close with the police, and I won't tell you why. But I'm very close, but I got this is facts, guys. Okay, as she's going out to her car, she's got her box, but her head is going round and around thinking, I'm going to stitch at home, I'm going to, her at home, and then I'm going to go see the grandkids, and I'm going on a trip, and blah, 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 I'm going to the attic, meh. Anyway, but anyway, she's thinking ahead. So she gets in the car, and she starts driving away, and as her mind is racing, car is going faster and faster and faster. Well, she gets pulled over by a police officer. And the police officer, Roberta says, "Is there a problem, officer?" And he says, "Yes, ma'am. I'm afraid you were speeding." And Roberta kind of sits shyly and she goes, "Oh, I see. Can I see your license, please?" he demands of her. And she says, "Well, I would give it to you, but I don't have one." He says, "You don't have one?" She says, "No, I lost it 4 years ago for drunken driving." It's a true story. So,
Don't say that.
Remember, there's intrigue and thriller. Okay, and then he says, "I see," the officer says. "Can I see your vehicle registration, please?" Roberta says, "I can't do that." And the driver says, "Why not?" Roberta says, "I stole this car." "Stole it?" "Yes, and this is the sad part. I killed and hacked up the owner." "You what?" "His body parts in a plastic bag in the trunk if you want to see." The traffic cop looks at Roberta and slowly backs away to his car while calling for backup. Within minutes, 5 police cars circled the car. A senior officer slowly approaches the car, clasping his half-drawn gun. The senior officer says, "Ma'am, could you step out of the vehicle, please?" And Roberta complies, and she steps out of the vehicle. "Is there a problem, sir?" she replies. "My colleague here tells me that you have stolen this car and murdered the owner." "Murdered the owner?" Roberta says. "Are you serious?" "Yes," the officer said. "Could you please open up the trunk?" The woman opens up her trunk, Roberta, revealing nothing but an empty trunk. The senior officer says, "Is this your car, ma'am?" She says, Here are the registration papers." And the traffic cop looks quite stunned. "My colleague claims that you do not have a driving license." Roberta digs into her handbag and pulls out the most beautiful embroidered handmade clutch and hands it to the officer. The officer examines the license quizzically. The senior officer said, "Thank you, ma'am, but I am really puzzled, as I was told by my officer here that you didn't have a license, that you stole this car, and that you murdered and hacked up the owner." The older woman,
Thank you.
Roberta, "I bet that lying cop told you I was speeding too." end.
Okay.
One more nice thing, really nice thing.
Okay.
This is a quote by Maya Angelou. Again,
Oh,
people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel.
that's so true.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We had so much fun today.
Yep. So if you won the giveaway, email me at sablestitcher22@gmail.com. And please be 18 or older because we have to ask for your address for mailing it to you. Please don't use the word won or giveaway or to give away because, we don't want to notify trolls. If you do see a troll on our website or on the on our comments, let us know, and because we want to get rid of those as soon as possible.
Yep. Jeffrey came to see us. We don't know who Jeffrey is, but he visited a lot of you guys, so don't pay any attention to those guys.
No, nothing we condone, but yeah. But
We'll
let's
delete
end
them
on
as
a
soon as
happy
we find
note.
it.
We love you, and we hope you have a great couple weeks of stitching and
Yes.
enjoy your summer.
I know
the rest
school's
of
getting
summer
started.
very soon.
In like 2 weeks, our school starts, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys are getting ready for that too. So,
Yeah.
but thank you guys. We do love you. Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.